Yari Mother to all the friends, and thank you for joining us this beautiful morning. We will continue with our Ilm wa Amal, knowledge and the practice, part 16. In the Jamaat Khana Shanasi, our today's course will be on brief understanding of the majalis in our tariqah. Inshallah, with Imam's Mubarak name, we begin. Noor Maulana Shah Karim Al Seni Hazir Imam Ya Maulaye Mehरबान मदद फरमा या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा अलैयुल कय्यूम अली अल्लाह मदद फरमा या मौला तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला तौफीक ताहीद हिम्मत व यारी मौला या मौला रहम कर करम कर फजल कर मौला या रहमान या रहीम या करीम अल अकरम या रहमान या रहीम या करीम अल अकरम मदद फरमा मौला। तमाम साथियों को एक बार फिर या अली मदद। आज हम सिर्फ मजालिस और उनका थोड़ा सा छोटा सा बैकग्राउंड, किस तरह से ये मजालिस हमारे तरीके के अंदर आ गई, उसका जिक्र करेंगे और उसको समझने की कोशिश करेंगे। Then if you have any comments or question, you may ask. First of all, there are majalis which are required, part of our tariqah, and then there are majalis which are not required, but still part of our tariqah. सबसे पहले कुछ मजालिस है जो हमारे तरीके के अंदर फर्ज की गई है और कुछ मजालिस है जो हमारे तरीके में है लेकिन फर्ज नहीं है। सबसे पहले इस बात को ध्यान में रख लें। So once we understand this, that there are majalis which are required and there are majalis in our tariqah which are not required. So let's start with the first one, the required one, and that is Chandrat Majlis. So this Majlis is required in our tariqah, and this Majlis was instituted by our 40th Imam, Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah Alaihi. May our soul be sacrificed to this Imam at the beginning of the time of Qiyamah. Most of us know that this Majlis was established by the 40th Imam in our tariqah as a required Majlis. In 1885, when he took the Imamat with his first Farman, he warned us that this is the time of Qiyamah and this is the time where we will see greater changes. and the Mu'minins will see the miracles, and others who also will see the miracles but will not believe because of their half-hearted ईमान। मौला ने गादी संभालते ही ये फरमाया कि ये आखिर जमाना है, दौर क़यामत है, और इसके अंदर मोमिनीन अपने इमाम के माजिजात को देखेंगे और दूसरे भी देखेंगे, लेकिन वो यकीन नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि उनका ईमान अधूरा है। And then he did two things to ensure the Jamaat and the Mu'mineen. The underlined keyword is Mu'mineen with Iman. To ensure them of the success at the time of Qiyamah, he started to give Isme Azam openly to the Jamaat, which was never happened before. From the time of Mullah Ali to Imam Ali Shah, Isme Azam was only given to elite and very, very few. But this Imam, at the beginning of the time of Qiyamah, openly gave Isme Azam. And second thing which he changed from time of Mullah Ali to time of Hassan Ali Shah Mabab, saying Ali Allah was not permitted. Believing was permitted. Saying was not permitted. But this Imam in close to 1903, 1904 started to give Faramin to the Jamaat and instituted, established, introduced concept of Ali Allah in our dua at that time. And he established Chandra Madlas by saying that everyone must enroll in Chandra Madlas. Please recite the Holy Salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Imam said, as the Chandra Madlas is for the salvation of all Mu'mineen who believe in Imam Zaman. This is a key word here. Chandra Madlas is for the salvation of the Mu'mineen who believe in Imam Zaman. Imam didn't say Chandra Madlas is for all Jamaat who believe in Imam Zaman. Look at the word. Just as Mullah himself says, this Farman is for the salvation of all the Jamaats, all Punjabis should come to Jamaat Khana and pray in spiritual union so that God may forgive you all your sins, that you may leave this world with a pure soul, spirit, and have God's didar. And have God's didar. It will only make us happy if none of our spiritual children died sinful. Mumbai, February 4th, 1894. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. For the true mu'minin, the one who have believed and full account of their iman, faith. Because Imam did not wanted to leave the Jamaat in the time of Qiyamah without guiding them. So he established Chandrat Madlas and made it required for the Jamaat. This is the only Madlas which is required in our tariqah. Only Madlas. No other Madlas is required. Only one Madlas is required, and that is Chandra Madlas. Why? Because this Madlas will bring you spiritual happiness. Now the question is, we go to Chandra Madlas every month. Let's say we are 30, 40, 50-year-old. 50-year-old means you've been there at least 60 times. Has it brought spiritual happiness? If the question answer is no, or maybe, it is due to that we have not understood this madlas, and we have not understood the background of this madlas. And the background of this madlas was, one, the starting of the time of Qiyamah. Two, opening of the Isme Azam. Three, establishing, saying loudly, firmly of Ali Allah. Those were the three foundation basics of this madlas. So this is the required madlas. I have included the links in this article for those who would like to hear detail of the Chandrat madlas and understanding. Today, it is just a brief intro to the majalis. So there are two-part detailed lectures on Chandrat madlas if you wish to know more about the Chandrat madlas. If you would like to look at the reference of this farman, where Mullah says, this is the day of the new moon, and this new moon will bring you happiness. You will find the reference in the Quran in Surah 2, Ayat 189, which talks about the new moon. Second madlas we will cover is Betul Khyal madlas. We all know that Betul Khyal ibadat is the most important, but not required. But not required. So when does Betul Khyal madlas becomes required, necessary, important for us? When we ourselves say, I want to do something for my soul. I want to elevate my soul. I want to do something for hereafter, for the life which is eternal. And then on top of that, we dedicate ourselves to the ibadat. And by going to the Imam Zaman and ask him to bless us with Isme Azam. With Isme Azam. When we take this Isme Azam from the Imam Zaman, we make a promise. And what is that promise? That Ya Mola, if you bless us with Isme Azam, I promise I will come and I will do the ibadat. I will seek and I will search for the Noor. And when do we do that? When we say these magic words, I, with my free will, wants to elevate my soul. I want to do something for myself, for my soul. I want to do something for my life hereafter. If you do not want to do anything for your soul or the elevation of your soul, then Baitul Khyal is not for you. Even though this is the most important in our tariqah. Most important in our tariqah. Imam in one of his farman says that those Muslims who have forgotten their ibadat and due to that they have gone astray. यहां पर थोड़ा उर्दू में एक्सप्लेनेशन की जरूरत है। बैतुल ख्याल की मजलस जो सबसे जरूरी मजलस और प्रैक्टिस है हमारे तरीके की, लेकिन फर्ज नहीं है। जब कोई मोमिन ये कहते हुए आता है मौला के पास कि या मौला मैं अपनी रूह के लिए कुछ करना चाहता हूं, मैं अपनी रूह को ऊपर ले जाना चाहता हूं, मैं अपनी आखिरत के लिए कुछ करना चाहता हूं, तब मौला उनको इसमें आजम से नवाजते हैं और वहां पर एक प्रॉमिस, एक बाइंड, एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, एक बैयत लेने में आती है। वो क्या है कि या मौला अगर तू मुझे नवाजता है इसमें आजम के साथ तो मैं वादा करता हूं कि मैं इबादत करूंगा, अपनी रूह के लिए कुछ करूंगा। मौला अपने एक फरमान में फरमाते हैं कि वो मुसलमान जो इबादत को भूल गए वो रास्ते से भटक गए। इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है इबादत बंदगी बैतुल ख्याल। The Ginan, Faramin and the Quran are full of explanation of this subject, examples on this subject, and no one will receive complete salvation without ibadat bandagi. The underlined word is no one will receive complete salvation without ibadat bandagi. The term Baitul Khyal means the house of thoughts of the high, the thoughts of the batin. Baitul Khyal के बगैर रूह की निजात मुश्किल है। इबादत के बगैर रूह की निजात मुश्किल है। और बैतुल ख्याल के दो मतलब होते हैं, ऊपर का ख्याल और अंदर का ख्याल। बैतुल ख्याल दो मायने रखते हैं, बुलंदी का ख्याल, आजादी का ख्याल और अंदर का ख्याल, बातीन का ख्याल। इसमें आजम फ्रॉम द इमाम helps us with the special ibadat bandagi performed in Baitul Khayal. One can perform the ibadat bandagi without Isme Azam, but Isme Azam helps with special Isme इबादत, मीनिंग इसमें आजम इज द की, a sure shortcut to the बातिन। क्या फरमाया कि इसमें आजम जो है वो इबादत में मदद करता है। कोई इबादत कर सकता है इसमें आजम के बगैर, लेकिन इसमें आजम वो चाबी है, वो शॉर्टकट है जो इबादत में हमें जल्दी से अपने असल मकाम की तरफ ले जाता है। इसमें आजम is also माफी, बैतुल ख्याल is also called कारे बुजुर्ग। कारे बुजुर्ग meaning the exercise, the practice of the elite, exalted ones। कारे बुजुर्ग का क्या मतलब है? बैतुल ख्याल का दूसरा नाम है कारे बुजुर्ग, कि ये आला मोमिनीन का काम है, सबका काम नहीं है। जो ईमान में मजबूत है और जो हकीकी मायनों में चाहते हैं कि वो अपनी रूह को बुलंद करें, तो ये उनका काम है, सबका काम नहीं है। इज नॉट फॉर द कॉमन और मैसेज, बट फॉर द हायर elite and few। Why do we say that? Have you ever seen how many people shows up for ibadat? In the evening, you may have 1,000 people. In the morning, you may not even have 100. On the Jummah Chandrat, you may have 5,000 Jamaat. In the morning, you may not even have 100. Because ibadat bandagi is called Kare Buzrug. Is only for few, not for the masses. Because it requires discipline, it requires commitment, it requires kurbani. The most important practice in our tariqah is Baitul Khayal Ibadat, but not required only if you wish to do it. But remember, at the same time, your salvation is depending on Ibadat Bandagi. Only if you wish to elevate your soul, only if you wish to free your soul, only if you wish to receive the freedom, the dar, the nur, the oneness at the end, then Baitul Khayal is for you. Our Imam says in one of his farman that those who have forgotten ibadat in Islam have ruined their religion and have lost their way. If you forget the ibadat, that would be the result of us. Ibadat was the way of prophets, imams, peers, hujjat, dais, and arifs who attended the marifat. On Sirat al-Mustaqim, if you wanted to walk on that path of the imam and peers, then ibadat is the way. This is the only way for complete, underline word, complete and total salvation. क्या फरमाया मौला ने कि अगर आप हमारी हिस्ट्री के अंदर जाकर देखेंगे तो वो लोग इस्लाम के अंदर जो इबादत को छोड़ दिया और भूल गए, उन्होंने अपना रास्ता खो दिया। क्योंकि इबादत नबी, रसूल, पैगंबरों का रास्ता है। इमामों का रास्ता है, पीरों का रास्ता है, हुज्जत का रास्ता है, दाइयों का रास्ता है, आरिफीन का रास्ता है, क्योंकि इस रास्ते पर मारिफत है, कुल्ली निजात है, कुल्ली आजादी है. That is the understanding of Betul Khyal. Now, let's come to other majalis. And that is, as you can see, we will start with 5 saal, 12 saal madlas, 5-year and 12-year madlas. Note, all other majalis are regarded as majalis of khidmat, service, and qurbani, sacrifice. None of these other majalis are required, nor do they contain the same spiritual power as the two majalis mentioned above. Both Chandra Madlas and Bethul Khyal Madlas are especially, particularly for the salvation of the souls of the Momins. सब समझ गए? Does everyone understand this note? Because this is the core of our lesson today. Two majalis, Chandras Madlas and Bethul Khyal, are the majalis of the salvation of our soul and holds the spiritual power, holds the spiritual power. All other majalis that we're going to talk about today are not required, but these majalis that we are about to talk about are regarded as the madlas of khidmat and qurbani. सब समझ गए इस बात को कि दो मजलस हमारी रूह की आजादी के लिए है, और वो है चांदराज की मजलस और बैतुल ख्याल की मजलस. बाकी की जो मजालिस है उसके अंदर वो स्पिरिचुअल पावर नहीं है, और ये मजलस खिदमत की मजलस कहलाती है, कुर्बानी की मजलस कहलाती है, और नवाफिल की मजलस कहलाती है. इस बात को ध्यान में रखें. अब आए छोटा छोटा brief stories to understand how all these majalis came in existence. And you may be surprised, all of these majalis were established within the 72 years of one single imam's imamat. एक ही इमाम के जमाने में ये सारी मजलस एग्जिस्टेंस में आ गई. 5 साल 12 साल मजलस. Let's talk about 5 साल first. 5 साल khidmat service of 5 years. Initially, this majlis started when a few Mu'minins went to the Imam-e-Zaman and requested the chance to return or submit what they had been blessed with. Back in the days, few of the Mu'minins went to Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salvatullah Alayhi, may our soul be sacrificed to the Imam, and said, Ya Mola Khudawind, you truly have blessed us. We didn't have anything. Khoja uthave boja. We did not have anything. You have blessed us. We wanted to return this favor. We want a chance to do the khidmat. Guide us, Mola. Tell us, how do we do shukr guzari? Practical shukr guzari. How do we do that, Mola? And Mola guided them by saying, it did not start it as a madlas. It started as a wish for the khidmat. Mullah guided them. Mullah said, those of you who wish to do this khidmat, make a small group, private group, just a small private group, and contribute 500 shillings or 500 rupees as a token money, token symbol of 5-year khidmat. Then take this money, collect this money in this small group, and help other Ismailis in the poor areas, especially in the Indo-Pak and Africa, to settle so they may also better their life and improve their life of their families. So this small group of Jamaat very privately collected that fund and started to help other Ismailis. And this happened in 2 places, in Africa and in Bombay or Pune, India. Only few, handful. This was not a madlas. It was just a group, private group of Momineen. They collected this money and they started to resettle the Jamaat, the poor Jamaat. As they started doing this khidmat, Mullah would guide them. Mullah would guide them further. The Jamaat started to get benefit of this khidmat of this few Momineen only. And more Jamaati member, as they got better and better in their financial situations, they came also. And they said, we wanted to be part of this group too. As Imam has blessed us, we wanted to return something back. Soon thereafter, few more Ismaili joined and wanted to take part of this great khidmat. Before long, the group grew to include few hundred Mominins. Before there were a handful of Mominins. Now there were few hundred Mominins. Upon receiving this report, Mola guided them. And Mola says, since you are no longer few, you are in hundreds now, you would need a bigger space. So what do? Use the Jamaat Khana space together for this meeting of the like-minded Khidmat Guzar. Do it in Jamaat Khana, but do it in off time. Not in morning Jamaat Khana, not in evening Jamaat Khana, but in off time. For example, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever. I'm just throwing an example. Because now you are a few hundred, you cannot gather in somebody's home. So do it in Jamaat Khana. Mola guided further. So when you do that, make sure you start this meeting of the like-minded, of the Khidmat Guzar, with some Ginan, with some prayers, some tasbih. And Mola also will bless them with talika and guidance. Very often, or here and there, sometime, he will send them further guidance via talika Mubarak. And this Mallas was not called Panch Sal Mallas. This was a meeting of the Khidmat Guzar who have decided to do this Khidmat for the Jamaat. Each member of this special group was to serve in this committee for 5 years. 500 rupees, 500 shillings, and 5 years of Khidmat. That was the committee bylaws. That each member will give 500 and serve with their time and knowledge. Remember time and knowledge? So they gave 500 plus the time and knowledge for 5 years. And that became Panch Sal Majlis. Because more and more people who were settling down, they wanted to become part of this khidmat. Obviously, everyone wanted to do that. Whoever could afford to do it, they wanted to do it. But remember, it's not required. Matter of fact, if you would look at this part of this, the purpose of this madlas was not to collect funds anymore, but was to give khidmat to the Jamaat for the 5 years. For the 5 years. So I wanted to read this out to you. The essence of this madlas is still present in our Jamaat. Essence. Because mashallah, our Jamaat is so settled today that 500 shilling or 500 rupees does not mean anything. But the core understanding of this khidmat, we hope, is still present in our Jamaat Khana. It's not about the money, but about 5 years of the khidmat. The purpose of this madras is not to collect fund, but on the or to put on fancy clothes, wear heavy makeup, jewelry, and go to Jamaat Khana. This was not the purpose. The niyat intention is to offer service and khidmat to the Jamaat and Imam Zaman. If we are not understanding this, my friends, if we are not understanding this, let me tell you a secret. You have wasted your money, your time, and you're not getting anything in return. Because this madlas is the madlas of offering your qurbani, your khidmat to the Jamaat and Imam Zaman. Without this understanding, we are not only wasting our money and time, but we are also are marking those great murids of the past who have started this group. We are making and we are disrespecting and making a mockery of those mu'mineen. Without this understanding, we are not only wasting our money and time, but we are also, even if we without intending to do so, disrespecting and making a mockery of those mu'mineen, our forefathers, who established this great madlas for the sake of offering khidmat, and who entrusted the future generation, you and me, the future generation, you and me, with continue this noble tradition of service by and for the Ismaili Jamaat. The question we must ask ourselves, have we actually given 5 years of our life to the Imam? When you go to this madras, ask yourself, have you given your 5 years of your life to the Imam Zaman, to the Jamaat, in the Khidmat and Qurbani? That should be the question. Let's come to the 12 Saal. How did this 5 Saal, 12 Saal come into existence? 12 years of Khidmat came about after those Mu'mineen who had initially requested the way to offer service went back to the Imam of the time and said, we have completed our 5 years of Khidmat, as we wish to do more. The Imam gave them further guidance to serve for 7 more years, and this time to give little bit more in your Nazrana. Give 700 shillings or 700 rupees and 7 years of your khidmat on top of the 5 years and 500 that you have given. So you can help more and more Ismailis, Jamaat in need in other area of the world. And that came, so then an even greater number of Ismailis could be helped. Acting upon the Imam's guidance, they were true Mu'mineen. They understood the khidmat and they wanted to give this khidmat happily and willingly. They started to give, they already given 500. They started to give 700 more, totaling of 1200 in total funds, and 5 years and 7 years of services, totaling 12 years of service to the others in the Jamaat and the Imam Zaman. This was their desire, and this is the meaning of the joining of the 5 Saal, 12 Saal Mallas. Again, I would ask the same question. Have you given your 5 Saal, your 12 Saal of khidmat to the Jamaat and the Imam? सवाल ये है कि क्या हमने खाली पैसे देकर वक्त जाया किया या हकीकी मानों में समझकर अपने जिंदगी का 5 साल, 7 साल, 12 साल जमात की खिदमत में दिया, इमाम की खिदमत में दिया, टाइम एंड नॉलेज दिया? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. ये किस तरह से हुआ? जब हमारी जमात, वो हमारे बुजुर्ग जिन्होंने 5 साल की सर्विस दी थी और 500 रुपये देकर जमात की मदद की थी, वो दोबारा से मौला के पास गए. मौला हमारे 5 साल की सर्विस मुकम्मल हो गई, हमें आगे बढ़ना है. मौला ने कहा अब आप ऐसा करें, 7 साल की और सर्विस दें और ये 7 साल के अंदर आप 700 देना ताकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा जमात को हेल्प कर सके आप. ये मोमिनीन वो थे जिन्होंने अपनी मर्जी से, खुशी से, समझकर 5 साल, 7 साल की खिदमत और 500, 700 रुपया मिलाकर 1200 रुपया एक एक मोमिन ने देकर आप देख रहे हैं कि हमारी इंडो पाक की जमात जो इतनी गरीब थी कि खाने के पैसे नहीं थे, एजुकेशन को तो छोड़ दें, पेट पालने के लिए पैसे नहीं थे, आज देखे माशाअल्लाह लाखोंपति, करोड़ोंपति, अब्जोपति हो गए हैं। ये हमारे बुजुर्गों की मेहनत और खिदमत थी। If you wish to give this khidmat, then intend to do this khidmat. Understand what is 5 saal, 12 saal. Don't just waste your money. This madlas is not a madlas where you put on your suit and tie, your saris and your makeup. This is not the madlas of show off. This is the madlas of khidmat, kurbani, intention, understanding of the khidmat for our brother and sisters all over the world. Have we done that? If yes, then Mubarak to you. If no, then let me tell you, you have wasted your money and time. In return, you have not received anything. That takes us to the next madlas, the life madlas. Same murid, again and again, going to the Imam Zaman. आए हम अब लाइफ की मजलस की तरफ। वही हमारे बुजुर्ग जो अक्लमंद थे, जो खिदमत करना जानते थे, जो खिदमत करना चाहते थे, जिन्होंने अपना पैसा, अपना वक्त इमाम को दिया और जमात की खुशी के लिए, जमात को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए काम किया। सेम मोमिनीन्स, few of them, handful. In my email, on the bottom of the email, I normally write, one person can make a difference. मैं अपने ईमेल के नीचे नॉर्मली लिखता हूं कि एक आदमी भी अगर अच्छा काम करना चाहे, अक्लमंदी से, समझ सोच के साथ, एक आदमी भी, तो वो दुनिया को बदल सकता है। This mominine changed the way Ismaili lives today. Whatever you are, मैं आपकी बात कर रहा हूं, I'm talking about you. You are settled in this world today. Have you ever thought how? It's due to those Ismailis जिन्होंने अपनी खिदमत को पेश किया था। हम तो खोजा उठावे बोझा, गोबर उठाते थे। Our job was to pick up gobar of the animal. You know what Khojas did 100 years ago? We only had two jobs. Pick up the gobar of the animal or dig the graves. Did you know that? Look at where we are today. Look at all this. That is due to those Ismailis, our Buzruk, our elders who offered their khidmat. Otherwise, we only had two jobs: to pick up the gobar of the animals and dig the hole for the dead. कब्र खोदना और गोबर उठाना हमारा काम था, ये हमारा काम था। हम ऐसे घरों में नहीं रहते थे। आज अगर हमारी कोई तरक्की है तो ये उन बुजुर्गों की खिदमत की वजह से है। That's how we need to think before we enroll in this majalis. All right, let's come to life majlis. Same few mominin, after giving their 5-year plus 7-year, 12-year of khidmat, went back to the Imam Zaman and said, Mola Bapa, Now we are done with the 12th year of khidmat. Give us the khidmat that will last us for rest of our life. We wanted to give our life to you, Mola Baba. We wanted to do khidmat for our entire life. We have done 5 years and 12 years. Mola Baba said, and bless them. Happily, Mola Baba blessed them and said, now there is no discussion of money. No discussion of money. Now you are ready. Imam was preparing them for life madlas. So now you are ready to do the khidmat of the Jamaat and the Imam Zaman for rest of your life. Now give the khidmat of your time and knowledge to the Imam and the Jamaat. And with that, Mola established the life madlas. And this was upon the wish. Mola did not give this madlas until Jamaat was ready and wish for it. We asked for it. We asked for this khidmat. Mola does not need your money. He does not need your money. He wants your heart, your love, your khidmat, your service for the others, Ismailis in the Jamaat. Recently in Houston, Texas, during the Diamond Jubilee, Mola used this word, and I'm paraphrasing. Help where help is needed. Extend your hand where help is needed. Find those Ismailis, those Murids. Charity begins at home. Help those Murids in need. And there are still hundreds and thousands of Jamaat needs your help. Are you ready to give your 5 year, your 12 year, or your life? Don't just waste your money and just give your money without understanding. This is not the madlas where you just wanted to go to show off. No siree. No. आप अपना पैसा जाया ना करें. समझे कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं. मौला ने आपको क्लियरली फरमान दिया है कि आप खिदमत करें. ढूंढे जहां खिदमत की जरूरत है. मौला को आपके पैसे की जरूरत नहीं है. क्लियर फरमान. Help where help is needed. Extend your hand of help to those in need within the Jamaat. And there are hundreds and thousands. कितनी जमात है जिसको आज भी हमारी मदद की जरूरत है. जाएं, अपना 5 साल दें, 7 साल दें, 12 साल दें, अपनी खिदमत ऑफर करें उन जमात को जिसको आज भी आपकी खिदमत की जरूरत है. And that Imam gave them a khidmat of life that would last not only during this lifetime, but the life after, which is eternal. Here it is necessary for us to emphasize that these majalis are not about the money, which nevertheless played a huge role in resettling the Jamaat from unstable, desolate, or barren land to place of opportunity for the better quality of life. We cannot forget that. Rather, joining this madlas is a way to express our love and our commitment toward the Imam and the Jamaat. One must have sincere zeal for khidmat-e-khalq, the khidmat of the humanity, khidmat to your Jamaat, your brother and sister, which is based on love in one's heart for others and empathy to feel what they are feeling. Remember, they need your hand. They need your help. Perhaps most importantly, one must act. You must act on this. You cannot enroll in Pansal Parsal life and then not do anything. You must act on it, on this noble intention, and lend a hand to help when and where help is needed. As more and more members of the Jamaat improved their economic situation, mashallah, we see today that in Pansal, Barzal, Life Mallas is full of the Mu'mineen. That is thanks to those Mu'mineen who had helped us, our forefather, settle in other part of India, Pakistan, Asia, Africa, Europe, and Americas. Once again, it is not about the money. Remember that part, okay? The Quranic reference of this majlis of life is 2:269. He who gives wisdom to whomever he wills. This was the wisdom of our elders that they offered this khidmat. It is he who gives wisdom to whoever. I hope and wish for the listener here today and listener tomorrow that I hope you will do this khidmat with understanding, with the wisdom, not just to show off. That takes us to the next madlas, which is the madlas of Fidai. We must start the lesson of the Fidai madlas with Imam's own word. And that is, Mullah says, the Fidai madlas is truly about Mullah's own word. I see here in this mandali the roots of my Jamaat from many parts of the world. I know that during the I know that during the past years, you have worked for the Jamaat and for myself discreetly. That you have worked not only in the service, but also in the you are the example to the Jamaat. You know what Mullah is talking about in this Farman? Mullah is talking about those elders, our Jamaat, who have given their 5 saal, 7 saal, 12 saal life of khidmat. Imam is praising them. That I know and I see in front of me. You are that Jamaat who have given their time, their money, their knowledge, their life to the khidmat of the Jamaat and the Imam very discreetly. मुल्ला क्या फरमाते हैं कि मैं अपने सामने किनको देखता हूं? मैं उनको देखता हूं जिन्होंने अपना 5 साल 12 साल अपनी जिंदगी जमात की खिदमत और इमाम की खिदमत में दे दी है और किसी को बताते भी नहीं है, शो ऑफ नहीं करते हैं. आप वो लोग हैं, मौला फरमाते हैं. That's why the Fidai Madlas comes after 5 saal, 12 saal and life Madlas. Because this Madlas is the reward of the 5 saal khidmat, 7 saal khidmat, 12 saal khidmat, and the life khidmat. Now you have firmly have become Fidai. Fidai की मजलस कब आती है? जब आपने 5 साल की खिदमत दे दी और 7 साल की खिदमत दे के 12 साल की खिदमत दे दी, लाइफ की खिदमत दे दी, तब जाकर फिदाई की मजलस आती है. अब आप तैयार हो गए मुल्ला के फिदाई होने के लिए. दिस इज द मजलस. That is the Fidai Mallas. And these are the Faramin of the Fidai Mallas that you can read for yourself. I will jump into this line. Our Imam asks us to be kind, generous, righteous, brave, and strong in our conviction. All of us, especially those who are enrolled or who are considering enrolling in this special majalis, should remember and realize that our religion, Islam, and our tariqah, Ismaili tariqah, requires action in addition to belief, and that one must have full conviction in fulfilling the oath one has taken. And what is that oath? Ya Mullah, I want to give 5 years of khidmat, 7 years of khidmat, life of khidmat. I want to be a fidai. I want to give my life to you, Mullah Baba. And that is what it means to be a true fidai of the Imam. Remember this part. Remember this part. Nurani Madlas. Nurani Madlas, the Madlas of luminous session, comes at the end of the journey. All the khidmat, then becoming fidai by saying, I'm ready to give my life to you, Mullah Bapa. Then Mullah Bapa gives you, bless you with his Nurani Madlas. What is the meaning of Nurani Madlas? Nurani Madlas is at the top of all other majalis as a reward for all of one's previous qurbani. The purpose or the wisdom of this luminous madlas, the Nurani madlas, is to symbolically include the Jamaat with Imam's Nurani family, as we are, after all, his spiritual children. Our generous and loving Mullah want us to be just like his Nurani family, where one continuously gives one's life for the Jamaat in the way of the Imam. This Madlas, as it is named, indicates, is one of Nur, the spiritual light, and the one must be serious about acquiring Nur from the Imam e Zaman. Thus, the special Ibadat Bandagi would be at the top of the list if one were to make a list of what is a member of the Nurani Madlas. Let me explain this part. If you are in the Nurani Madlas and you don't do Ibadat Bandagi, my friend, my brother, my sister, sorry to say, you have wasted your money, you have wasted your time, you are joking and mocking Imam. God forbid, don't mock Imam. Don't make fun of this madlas. If you are in Nurani madlas, you better, I hope, for your sake, the number one priority of your life would be Ibadat Bandagi. Because you have enrolled in the Nurani Madlas. Nurani Madlas. Look at the name of it. Then top of your list should be to do Ibadat Bandagi. That would be on top of your list. Where to make a list of a member of Nurani Madlas should be doing if enroll in this Madlas of the Imam's spiritual Nurani Roshni. As we have already given our service of 5 year, 12 year, and have pledged our commitment to lifelong service to the Imam and the Jamaat. And we have promising to be a true Fidai. We are ready and willing to literally, if need to, give our life to the Imam. Now we are ready to be one with Imam, to be Fana fi Imam, to be one with him in his oneness. Inshallah, Nurani Madlas is the Madlas of Ilm wa Amal. What is lesson of the day? Do we anyone remember what is this lesson? Ilm wa Amal. Ilm and practice. If you're learning this, you're listening this, but if there is no practice following, I don't know what to say about that. Nurani Madlas is one where ilm wa amal, knowledge and action, plays a critical role, as the member of this Madlas are required to give the Nazrana of the time, sacrificing sleep to your ibadat, worldly matters, and spend time in ibadat, and the Nazrana of the knowledge, where one commits to learning in greater detail about the batin and the hakika of our tariqa, so that one can be part of Nurani family. Have you not seen how Nurani family give their life to the Imam? Have you seen our prince and princess? क्या हमने अपने शहजादा और शहजादियों को देखा है कि किस तरह से वो अपनी जिंदगी इमाम के काम के लिए वक्फ करते हैं? That is Fidai. That is Nurani family. That is Nurani Madras. That you learn and then you follow up like Nurani family has given their life to the Imam Zaman. Nurani Madras, like all other Madras, should not be thought of as one time event by going to Madras once a month, but it is a lifetime journey and offering of your khidmat, awareness of the Noor, inshallah. Now, as we better understand the meaning and the significance of this luminous Nurani Madras, we will work toward becoming active and exemplary members secretly, symbolically, and spiritually. No show off of the Nurani family, so that the Imams, Noor Fahal, acting Noor, very active Noor, may, with his permission and blessing, work within and through us for the benefit of the entire Jamaat. Inshallah, these are the quotes from the Imam Zaman for your reading. I will share. Farman Mubarak. And it is important that you should understand this, because it is by your expletive behavior, by your example, that people will react. By this example, we can create within the Jamaat a feeling of unity, humility, courage, and wisdom. These are all necessary today. Imam Zaman, 1972. I would like to talk about one madlas, which is a selective madlas, and I will not take too long to describe this. I already have gone in overtime. My apology. Panje Bhai, Panje Ben Mallas is a selected Mallas, is not a required Mallas, nor is offered in every Jamaat Khana. It is up to the Jamaati Mukhi and Kamriya and Tariqa board to have it or not to have it. I will share the background history of this Mallas with you with this article so you can read about it, and I'm not going to go into the detail of this. It's a beautiful background and history. I hope that you will listen to it and read about it. At the same time, I would like to only mention, I'm not going to go into detail of it, and that is the Madlas 1-4 Madlas. 1-4 Madlas. I'm not going to go detail of it. I will share this article with you for you to read about this Madlas. And inshallah, I have shared many links in this article about the majalis, about the Panjaben majalis, about other majalis, about Kushali, and all of this understanding for you to listen and make yourself in such a level where you can be a true khidmat guzar मोमिन. बहुत ही माफी के साथ I have taken more time than I was allowed. My apology, my friends, my brother and my sister. Thank you so much. Let's open the so if you have any comments, any question, we can take those. G.
Ji, Subhanallah, sir. Thank you very much for explaining this important discussion and very eye-opener and serious discussion today. So, about the majalis that we all needed that. So, shukr alhamdulillah. Sir, regarding this, I will share first the comment that was given plus question. We can take it as a question too. That most of most of the majalis that we are enrolled when we are going for a bayat, when a baby is small, most of the majalis is our parents involved us in that already. So, what do you say about that? How can we take that?
That's a very easy question and easy to answer. When your mother, when you were 5 year old, enrolled you in this school, what was your action? Did I answer your question? What was your action when your mother took you to school and enrolled you without your permission in this school? What was your action? You started to learn. You started to improve. You started to move forward. You went from first grade to the second grade, 10th grade to the college, university. What did you do? That is exactly a human nature and the path. You learn about those majlas. Don't go to majlas because your parents have enrolled you. Learn and then practice. Enlighten yourself and apply. Offer your khidmat. Remember, it's not the money. Offer your khidmat to the Jamaat and the Imam Zaman. That is what you need to do. Very good question. Thank you for asking. G.
Sir, friend is also another friend is asking that can people in other parts of the world, that is Afghanistan, Syria, partake in these majalis?
Why not? Who's stopping them? I don't understand the logic behind this question. Why not? Who's stopping them? G.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And the friend is asking, you just said money does not matter. I have question from my kids. If you don't have money, you cannot join majalis. And other majalis is you cannot attend. Um, if we want to do seva for 5 years and attend majalis, why we cannot get that seva to attend the majalis and we have to have that much money to enroll in Fidai and Nurani?
My friend, you missed all 1 hour and 10 minutes of lecture. You completely missed the point. मेरे को पता नहीं ये इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग है क्या उर्दू है. आपने 1 घंटा 10 मिनट के अंदर जो नुक्ता था उसको आपने मिस कर दिया. मेरे भाई, मेरी बहन, my brother, my sister, the point of this lecture was, it was not about the money. You supposed to offer your khidmat of 5 year to the Imam, to 12 year of the Imam, the life to the Imam. It was not about the going, getting ready, putting makeup, suit, tie, and sari to go to Jamaat Khana. It was about the khidmat, my brother, my sister. You missed the point of this lecture, unfortunately. It was not about the going to the madras, it was about the khidmat to the Jamaat. Remember our elders? They offered the khidmat to the Imam. You teach your children. First you learn yourself. Are you ready to give 5 year of khidmat? Are you ready to give 12 year of khidmat? Are you ready to give life of khidmat? Are you ready to be a fidai? Literally, are you ready to give your life to the Imam Zaman? That's how you teach your children. It's not about the money. It's about the khidmat. Ji.
Gee, sir, thank you very much for re-explaining it that with more emphasis now. So I think all the friends online now we, have that. Sir, friend is asking if please explain a little bit more about 1/4 majalis and any majalis beyond that, if any.
I will not explain about 1/4 nor about any majalis about that. I think I said that earlier. I am sharing this article with you so you can read about it. But I will not explain the 1/4 madlas nor about any other majalis about that. That's above my pay grade. But I am offering the information. I'm offering you this article so you may read and learn more about it. G.
Ji, sir. Sir, friend is asking why is there age restriction on of 21 years for Nurani majalis?
Why? That is a good question. And this question should be asked to Tariqa board. I would encourage you highly that you ask this question to Tariqa board. Because to be in Nurani family, not in Nurani Madlas, to be in Nurani family, have your child who is not even 21-year-old yet given his 5 year khidmat, 12 year khidmat, life of khidmat to the Imam? If your answer is no, then think logically, my friend. Our tariqah is a tariqah of logic and intellect. Why would you want your child to be in Nurani Madlas? Because Nurani Madlas comes after giving 5 year of khidmat, 12 year of khidmat, life of khidmat, being a fidai. Is your child adult enough to say to the Imam that I can give my life literally and physically to you? If your answer is no, my child is not ready for that, why would you want them to be in Fidai or in Nurani Madlas? Why would you want them to be there? Makes no logical sense. No logical sense. Ilm, think logically, use intellect. My friend, logic and intellect is the core of our tariqah. Why would you want your child who is not adult to be in Fidai or Nurani? You want my opinion? You should never enroll your children in Fidai and life. Let them, let them decide that for themselves. Let them say, Ya Mullah, I'm ready to give my life to you. Let them do this khidmat, this offering. Let them do that, my friend, my brother, my sister. Ji.
Ji, subhanallah, sir. That was a very beautiful
May I
explanation.
say something? One more thing.
Ji,
I know I'm very strict on this thing. I'm very, very strict on this thing. It's not because I wanted to be strict. I'm a very gentle hearted, soft hearted person. But I wanted to emphasize that we must understand what we are doing. And I'm strict about the ilm understanding of our tariqah. Otherwise, I don't want to be strict with you. I'm not that person. I don't have that in me. But when it comes to ilm and understanding, I have to present myself as a strict person who can tell you strictly as it is. इसलिए मैं इतना जोर दे के आपको बोलता हूं, मैं आपसे झूठ नहीं बोलूंगा और आपको खामा खाई की कोई दिलासा नहीं दिलाता हूं। मैं इल्म के ऊपर जोर देता हूं, समझ के ऊपर जोर देता हूं, लॉजिक के ऊपर जोर देता हूं। इसलिए नाचीज और गरीब अपोलॉजी के साथ, माफी के साथ इतना स्ट्रिक्टली आपको समझा रहा हूं। थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग मी दिस चांस टू से दिस। जी।
thank you, sir. Shukr, alhamdulillah. Thank you, thank you. Sir, the friend who was asking about the money and then for the majalis for enrollment, a friend is saying that she understands or he understands about the khidmat, but if you have no money, you cannot get enrolled in this majalis. So that's what it's bothering that friend about. That.
Yeah, I think you have totally missed the point. All right. You want me to make it easier for you, which is not my job. I'm not here to make this easier for you. I'm here to teach you and give you the knowledge. And you have missed the entire point. I can tell you that right now. You have missed understanding today's session. All right. Now you want an easy way out? I'm not suggesting that you do that, but if you wish, who asked you for the money? I don't remember when I went to my first 5 साल 12 साल madlas, life madlas, fidai madlas, did anyone ask me for money? I don't remember that. It was me, myself, offered the money. They did not ask me for money. They did not ask me for money. I offered the money. I hope you understand what I'm trying to tell you. G.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is a good question, but when friend ask why, sometimes I don't feel comfortable asking you why, because then the question will be not for us, it will be for Tharika board. But okay, so friend is asking that in Nurani Majalis and Fidai Majalis are to offer khidmat. Then why is the ibadat of 10 to 15 performed, whereas in Chandrat Majalis, which is our spiritual salvation Majalis, is achieved and we have no ibadat to perform during the majalis. So.
Okay, that is a very good question actually, and that is question for me. I don't think Tariqa board can answer that question. They cannot answer that question. I can guarantee you. This is the right question for me actually. Look at Chandra Madlas. Where does Chandra Madlas comes? Does it come before Betul Khyal or does it come after Betul Khyal Madlas? Logic. You ask the right question to the right person. I am the person that should answer this question. Let me show you, just in case. Tell me, do you see your answer here? Where does Chandra Madlas come? Before or after Betul Khyal Madlas? Does this tell you something? Does this answer your question? Chandra Madlas comes before Betul Khyal Madlas. That is the reason there is no ibadat offered in Chandra's Madlas, because you have not enrolled in the next Madlas, which is Betul Khyal Madlas. And remember, Betul Khyal Madlas is voluntarily, not required. That's why Chandra's Madlas does not have ibadat. You asked the right question. You made me happy because they will not be able to answer that. You asked the right question at the right time to the right person. Thank you so much. Appreciate your question. G.
Hey, Subhanallah, Subhanallah, sir. Thank you. Sir, friend is asking, let's see. 1 minute. Sir, we can take the raise hand by the time I'm reading the questions. Amina
G.
Kasam, please unmute yourself and let me open all the mics, okay? Amina Kasam, you can unmute yourself.
Sorry, Ali Madad.
Yali Madad.
Thank you for all your knowledge and sharing it with us and your time. God
Shukar
bless
Mola,
you.
Shukar Mola, Shukar Mola.
Okay, I just have a few things I've learned from my parents and family. One has been that no matter what kind of seva or service or help you give to someone, your right hand should not know what, your left hand should not know what you did with the right. When you're doing some seva, helping, anything, never look the person in the eye to see
Can I
like,
stop you there?
yes, sir.
That is 100-year-old talim, not today's talim. I must stop you there. Your left hand must know what your right hand is doing. You want a proof of that? You must show what you're doing today. What you just said, that is 100-year-old talim given to us. Let me show you today's way of doing khidmat. Your right hand must know what your left hand is doing. When have you ever seen Imam not talking about AKF, not talking about all of the institutions that he run? Imam wants to live by the example. He wanted to show to the Jamaat, Ummah, and the world how to do khidmat. If you don't show, how are you going to tell others? How are you going to teach? How are you going to teach your children? How are you going to teach your friend, your Jamaat? We are not living in dark ages anymore. Today you must tell, share, show others how to do your khidmat and how you are doing it. You do it, you show them, and you teach them, and you help them do the same khidmat today. Today we are living in the world of social media. We are living in the world where this kind of things are needed more and more and more. I can openly have talked about this one, that my friends, my family, and some of you on this line, we are running this charity by sending 500 smiley children. 500 smiley children. And so far, close to 4,000 smiley children have taken benefit of this charity. I want my right hand to know what my left hand is doing. If I don't tell you, how would you know? You need to live by example. We are living in a different time. We are not living in dark ages anymore. Follow Imam's path. Look what Imam is doing. Every single speech, you will not find a single speech of Hazrat Imam in which he has not talked about AKF and all of his charity. He's not doing in the background. He's doing it up front. We just shared a couple of days ago, and this article is everywhere in the social media on WhatsApp, the quote of Hazrat Imam in an interview, where Hazrat Imam is talking about how the 98, 99%, and sometimes 150% of the money collected, 150% of every dollar collected is going back to the charity. Openly, Imam talking about charity. Because if you don't, how will you share what you are doing? How will you going to become a role model? That is all teaching and all way of thinking. No, you must share with your friend and family and Jamaat so they can help you in this good deed. You want them to help you in this good deed. Because your one hand cannot do much. But 5 hands together, 10 hands together can do a lot. See, that's a new way. Welcome to 2022, 23. We are living in a new time. We are not living in dark ages. Maafi ke saath.
Sir,
Ji.
I did not mean it that way. What I was saying is when you donate, you have to be I feel you have to be you can tell them about
No,
which
I don't agree
foundation,
with that. I don't agree with
which
that.
foundation for what the money is going to be used for, but you do not show them how much you're donating because the
No, no, I
pride
want to
comes
tell
in.
you exactly how much I'm giving so you can match my donation. So you can
Mm.
match my donation. I want you to match my donation.
But then
We
your
recently
ego,
announced.
what about your ego then?
No, there is no ego here because I'm here for the khidmat.
Mm.
I am here for the khidmat. There is no ego. I don't need ego. I really don't need ego. So let me show you again. Let me explain. We just offered, we just announced last month in June that whomever wants to donate 10,000 to Aga Khan Foundation or Aga Khan Education Board, we will match that. We just announced that last month. You wanted to donate 10,000 to Aga Khan Foundation or Aga Khan Education Board, we will match your donation openly. Why? Because me, I cannot do too much, but you and me together, we can do a lot. We can do a lot. You see that? That's how you follow Imams. Look at what Imam is doing. Matching donations. If Imam does not show how much, how is going to collect that matching donation? Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay, big companies, Microsoft, they are all looking to the Imam of this time to see how much he is donating. He needs to show that how much he's donating so they can match. Follow Imam of the time. Follow what he's doing. Again, I don't think, I mean, your viewpoint is your viewpoint. I'm not asking you to do anything other than what you believe in. but this cannot be the teaching for everyone here. Everyone need to learn what Imam Zaman is doing. And I am only following, I'm not following anybody else. I'm only keeping my eye on the Imam, and I will keep following what Imam is doing. This is my goal. I don't need ego. I don't need pride. I have no use for it. I have killed that long time ago. That pride is gone. I don't need it. But I definitely need the khidmat. I definitely need a role model. I need Imam Zaman. So I'm following what he's doing. That's what I want to do, not what other people are doing. G. So this is the end of this discussion. Maafi ke saath. G.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, friend has put a comment here about that Quran says compete in good deeds. Awal Sufro is one thing we do which is correct in our faith. You know how you explained
Absolutely.
about Awal Sufro last time.
G. G. G.
Thank you. Sir, I don't see any specific comment in here, friends. Maafi ke saath, if I have missed somebody's question, I will forward the whole chat to the sir. And if any questions is appealing, we will definitely take it next time. So, Maafi ke saath, sir, I don't see any raised hand here too. Sir, do we want to end the session?
Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for joining us. I love you all. Inshallah, we'll see you next week with more ilm. And inshallah, we will follow and always follow on the footstep of the Imam Zaman. Yali Madad, everyone. Yali Madad. Thank you.
يالي
Thank
مداد
you, sir. Yali Madad.
يعني مداد
يالي مداد
Yali Madad
Yali
Jagger.
Madad.
يالي
Yali
مداد
Madad.
Aziz
Ali
bhai.
Madad, sir.
Thank you,
Yali
sir.
Madad.
Mola
Yali
bless
Madad.
you. Madad.
Yali Madad. Yali Madad. Yali
Thank
Madad.
you very much. Allah bless you all.
Thank
Yali
you.
Madad.
Ameen,
Mola
Ameen.
bless
Yali
you.
Madad.
Yali
Ameen,
Madad.
Ameen, Ameen. Yali
Yali
Madad.
Madad
Yali
bhai.
Yali Madad. Yali Madad. Yali Madad. Yali Madad. Thank you,
Yali
everyone.
Madad. Yali Madad.